know the drill. I'm so excited to do this kit for you guys today. Today we are going to be doing kit 168 on the triangle board. This is the Deluxe Christmas tree kit. Yes, I said Christmas tree. But this kit is going to be, this tree is going to be fabulous, my friends. So again, say hello when you come in. Just want to make sure I'm streaming to the right places. Oh, we have some people. Hi, friends. Hello, hello. Hello. Hello, Brenda and Kimberly and Beck. Hi, Beck. Tina. Hi, Tina. Hi, Camille. Hi, Angela. And there's our beautiful Tina Kelly. Tina Kelly. Hi, Doris. So this is a fabulous Christmas tree. We do have 3 Christmas trees this year, this season. And I think out of the 3, this one's my favorite. Now, we did list 2 trees on Wednesday. We listed them early because I know a lot of you are doing craft shows and stuff. So I wanted you guys to be able to make this beautiful Christmas tree for your craft show. Because this definitely will be a showstopper. People will stop to look at this beautiful tree because it's so unique, and most people will probably have not even seen a Christmas tree like this. And the best thing about these Christmas trees is you can actually zip tie them, and I've done it before. You can zip tie them to, you get these metal stands at the Dollar Tree. This is a paper towel stand. $1.25 from the Dollar Tree. Okay? And what I do with this stand, because you can make this Christmas tree to put on a table, use as a centerpiece. It's especially great for like retirement homes or like a hospital room where you can't actually put a Christmas tree, yet you'd still like to have a little bit of Christmas in your room. So what you can do is when you're done your Christmas tree, you zip tie, and I'll probably do it at the end, you zip tie the stand to the back of the board, and your Christmas tree will stand up. Now, I have done it a few times. It is on our YouTube channel. I'll try it again tonight so you guys can see how this one looks standing up. However, obviously, you can hang it on your wall. You can hang it on your door. It's just, you can put it wherever you want. The kit includes 2 rolls. 2. This is you know what I did with one of my Christmas trees? I have this gnome family. And you guys probably have seen them before. You know, they're stuffed gnomes and their legs stretch out. So you actually put them on the floor and their legs stretch out, and you can put the different gnomes at different sizes. So I had this gnome family, you know, a mommy, a daddy, a baby gnome and everything. And then I had this like pretty big stuffed like dog type Christmas thing. And they were all on the floor. I made it like a little landscape. I had some white, like, what is it? Like felt or foam snow stuff on the ground and everything. But I also put a Christmas tree on a stand and put the Christmas tree kind of in the middle of my gnome family. Oh my God, it's so cute. I have to try and find the picture again because I did it a few years back and it turned out so cute. So it's just a few ideas to get your juices flowing, but especially at a craft show, if you're going to make some Christmas trees, grab a couple of these because then you can show people that they can either stand up by themselves or they can be used as a wreath as well. So give them some ideas to incorporate the Christmas tree and get yourself some more sales, right? Right. So in this kit, you get 2 rolls. You remember that, Tina Kelly? That was cute. Yeah, Tina Kelly's been with us for almost since the beginning of Unique in the Creek. So she pretty much knows more than I do. So you get 2 rolls of this awesome moss green fabric mesh. Fabric mesh. So I'm going to show you, we're not going to use 2 rolls. We probably will only use 1 roll. So you may have a full roll to be used. You can use it on another project. However, I did give 2 rolls just in case you don't want to make your Christmas tree like I'm making it, because on our YouTube channel, there is, I don't even know how many different ways I've made a Christmas tree. So if you go under the triangle board on our YouTube playlist, you'll see all different kinds of Christmas trees that I've made, okay? But, so you get 2 rolls of this fabulous fabric mesh. And this, my friends, is the piece de resistance. You get 5 of these sprays. Sorry, I always get them mixed up. 5 of them. They are a pine, a faux. It's fake, obviously, but they look very real. You get 5 of these bags of the spray. Okay, and then when you separate it, it's actually pine and white pips. We all know Lori loves pips. So when I seen this last year, I'm like, oh, hell yeah, this has to go on a Christmas tree. So we're gonna, when you separate the pieces, there's 13 stems like this on each spray. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to pull apart the stems, and there's 2 pieces of pine on 1 stem, and then there's 13. You get 5 sprays, so you actually have 65 of these pine pieces with the pip. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your spray and you're just going to pull each piece off the main branch of the stem here. Now it's just paper wrapped, so you just grab it and pull it off the stem, the main big stem. Okay, and same with the pip. So there's little pips, each set of 2 stems, or 2, it's 1 stem and it's got 2 things on it. Each one is going to get a pip with the stem. Yeah, this kit is awesome, especially for the price. I really gave you guys a really good price on this, because these stems, I think they retail alone for like $6.50 each. I gave you guys 5 of them. So we're going to pull these apart. So you're just literally ripping them right off the stem. And if any of you are watching that are beginners, the Christmas tree, especially if you can get a kit, is a really easy one to start with. And you'll see why in a few moments once I get going. It's super easy. So there is the main wire from my spray. I'm just going to throw it in the garbage. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 stems per spray, like I said. So what I've done is, I did rip some apart already, and I just grabbed a bucket. So I'm going to separate my pips from the stems. Now, we probably won't use all 5 sprays because, like I said, when you do the math, there's 65 of these pieces. We're not going to use all 65. So whatever you don't use, you can incorporate into a Christmas wreath. All right, here, we're gonna do another one. Again, I'm just starting from the bottom, pull it. And like I said, there's 2 on each. If you don't have a bucket, just do one at a time. But you don't want these all over the place, so do one at a time. Grab a bowl, grab a bucket, whatever you have. All right, there's all the stems. I'm not going to do all 5 right now. And then there's our pips. So we're separating it all from this large stem, and then this is the garbage. Oh yes, cardinals will be beautiful. I have the cutest cardinals coming. They have little Santa hats on them. It's a 3-pack, and each cardinal is facing a different way with these little red, like the cardinals each are only like this big, and they have this little red and white striped Santa hat. Super cute. Okay, so we got some picks. We're gonna do some mesh. You also get this gorgeous, now we'll only be using a little bit of this, so you're gonna have almost the whole roll. Look at this fabulous ribbon. This ribbon is a plaid, and it's got the moss green in it. It's a snowdrift edging with snowflakes on it. And it is a royal burlap ribbon. It is a fabulous, good quality ribbon. Watch this. Look at that curl. So you get the whole roll of this. So you'll definitely be able to use this in some other projects for sure, because we're not going to be using a lot of it. This is going to be the bow for the top of our Christmas tree. Hi, everybody. Okay. And then you also, for those of you that don't have a bow maker, because I always put a bow on my top of my Christmas trees I make. I don't know why, I just do. You can put a star, you can use whatever you want, but I always make a bow. And not everybody has a bow maker. So in the Christmas tree kits, as a bonus, I love to put the little kids easy bow makers in here, in the kits. So you do get one of these in your kit, and you can make fabulous bows with this little kids bow maker. So it's just 2 pieces. You literally take this prong, put it in the middle, pop it in, and there we go. And then it also comes with this awesome booklet of how to do all kinds of like hair bows and loopy bows, all different kinds of step-by-step instructions. Right? Look how cute that is. So if you have grandkids or whatever, this will be perfect after you've done your Christmas tree. Because you may, once you do, you know, a couple wreaths, you may want to upgrade to the actual easy bow maker and then just pass this down to your kids or your grandkids, but they can make all kinds of fun bows. My friend Leah Cavender owns the Kids Easy Bow Company. So she did a fabulous job. So you get one of these in your kit. So you can use it for making normal bows, like I said. All right, let's get going. What you're gonna do is you're gonna cut one whole roll of, oh yeah, for your packages and everything too. Perfect, thanks Tina. You're gonna cut one of the rolls of this green mesh at 10 inches. Cut the whole roll. Okay, so when you cut the whole roll at 10 inches, you'll get 36 pieces. So you're just gonna roll out your mesh. Hold on, let me move this down a bit. Roll out your mesh, okay? Now, if you have a cutting mat, you're just gonna cut your mesh at 10 inches. Where did my, oh, there it is. So my mat is like 36 inches long, so I can cut 3 pieces at one time. So I'm gonna cut it at the 30, at the 20, and at the 10. Okay, you're gonna cut the whole roll. And if you don't have a cutting mat and a rotary cutter, that's okay. In your kit, you do get an adhesive ruler. Actually, I probably should replace this one. You do get a low adhesive ruler that you can put on your table, and it will come up quite easy. It's low tack. And what you can do is take your end of your mesh, roll it out. Okay, just put something heavy so you can have your hands free. And you can cut 2 pieces. So we're going to cut one, there's the 20 at the 20. Okay, and then another one at the 10. So if you don't have a rotary cutter or a cutting mat, that's okay. All you need is scissors. Okay, it'll take you a little bit, but it's definitely doable. Alrighty, so you're going to cut your whole roll. I'm not quite sure how, I'm just telling you to cut the 1 roll so far because I'm not quite sure how many I'm going to put in, because fabric mesh is it hides very well. So we don't need to use a ton of pieces. Plus we're adding greenery to each zip tie. So it's going to be high covering. So I'm going to try and use as little as possible so that you have enough left over to do another project. Okay. So you do get the triangle board in your kit. Okay. And there is 12 rows. 12 rows on the triangle board. They are numbered from 12 to 1. For this project, we are going to be using row 12. We're going to skip row 11. We're going to use row 10, skip row 9, use row 8, skip row 7, 6, skip 5, 4. Now, when I get up here, I might do 3 and 2. I'm going to see how full it gets up at the top. And to load your zip tie, you'll see the holes, they have a little line in between each set of holes, and that indicates what hole goes together. So you're going to preload all of row 12, 10, 8, 6, and so on, right? And to preload, you're going to take your zip ties. You do get 100 gray zip ties in your kit. Take your zip tie, and you want the flat part of the head of the zip tie facing towards the tail, so that when you go to do it up, you'll hear that zipping and it'll lock. Okay, it does take a little bit of practice to, get it so you're not putting everything in backwards all the time, but it's very hard to put them in backwards because that tail, when you try to do it backwards, if you do get it into the head and you go to pull, you'll hear no zipping, okay? And it won't lock. So if you hear no zipping, look down to make sure that your zip tie's the right way, because you might have to flip it around and you'll hear that again. So what you're gonna do is go down one hole, back up the other. Like I said, there's a little line between the holes. Do your zip tie up until you hear the zipping sound and it locks. Okay, you're going to preload, like I did, each set of holes on 12, 10, all the way up. Alrighty? So once you got your board preloaded, and I did this, the only thing I did, I started my wreath. The only thing I did at my craft table was cut my mesh. The rest I did upstairs. Actually, I was on a Zoom meeting, so I was doing my Christmas tree on a Zoom meeting. But you can do it in the comfort of your recliner. What you're going to do is you're going to take the inside of your, where'd it go? Of the roll of your mesh. So that cardboard tubing, when you're finished cutting your mesh, you're going to use that cardboard tubing. Where did mine go? I just had it. Move it over here. So you're going to use the inner part of your tube, of your mesh. You're going to take your piece of mesh. Okay, you got your 10-inch piece of mesh that we cut. You're going to have it curl up, which means when I let go, it kind of curls up on itself, right? Flip it into a diamond shape, top left is your factory edge, bottom right when you turn it into a diamond shape. Top left, bottom right. You're going to take your inner cardboard tube, put it at the bottom of your mesh, and put the corner right in the middle of the tube like that. And you're going to roll from this corner to this corner. All right. Grab it, and then you're going to pull that tubing out from the middle of your petal. I give it a little tug on one end, a little tug on the other, put it on my table, and I flip it up. So we're doing the rolled petal. Once you got your petal, you're going to take this rounded part, which I call a nub. It's just so when I'm explaining, you understand what I'm talking about. We're going to put our nub into our zip tie, only about an inch in. You don't have to put it way up like this or anything. Just about an inch into your zip tie, and just do it up until it hits the mesh. Because we're going to add a piece of this greenery that we did, and a piece of our pip, our white pip. So you're going to take the end of your greenery. Now you can trim it down, so this is kind of long here, but you're going to put the end wire into your zip tie just like that. Now don't put your greenery all the way up till the greenery hits the zip tie, because you can see how it's layered. If you put your greenery right up to the top of your zip tie, you're not going to see this piece. So keep it long, because from here up, you're not going to see. The next row is going to cover it. Okay? And one of these is longer than the other, so I make sure that the shorter one is facing front. So you see the short one and then this long one. And then you're going to put the end of your pip into the zip tie as well. Again, keep it long so you see the ends of the pips. And then that's it. Once you have those two things in there, you're going to zip it up. You're going to do that for the whole thing. Okay, so let's do it again. I'm going to grab a piece of my greenery. I'm going to grab a pip. I got a piece of mesh. I have my tubing. Curl up. Diamond shape. Factory edge, top left, bottom right. Cardboard at the bottom corner. Okay, so it's kind of in the middle of the tube, and you're going to just roll just like that. That way, each of your petal, and then give it a little tug on this end, keep this holding the center, a tug on this end, put it towards the table, and flip it up. All right, and when you're flipping it up, you're just eyeballing to see that both are around, like both are the same length. Okay, we're going to put that in about an inch into our zip tie, so you see why we preload the board first. It's much easier. Do your zip tie up until you can let go or it hits the mesh. Again, we're going to take a piece of our greenery. It's got the two pieces. The top one is facing up. Slide that in. Take the end of the piece of pip. Slide that in. Stuck on the mesh there. There we go. And once everything's in, do it up. It's pretty easy. Now the side ones, like all these side ones, what you're going to do is you're going to take your mesh, we're going to put it in the same, like we're going to roll it the same. Okay, flip it. Make sure both are the same length. Now this time, instead of going straight in to the zip tie, I like to angle it with the board. Okay, so if you angle it, the side of your board won't be seen. If you put it straight in, there's a possibility that you will see some of the edging of the board. So you're just going to angle it a bit, going along the angle of the board, okay? So just slightly angle it. Do your zip tie up. Green. Pip. Pip, pip. Oh, pip, pip. I guess I can say that when I go to London on Tuesday. There we go. Again, and make sure it's angled and do your zip tie up. Alrighty. Once you got all of row 12 done, then you're going to go back and cut all the zip tie tails off. Now this is a zip tie gun, which pulls and cuts the zip ties at the same time. You can use scissors if you don't have wire cutters. You can use normal wire cutters. You can use, like I said, old scissors. We sell these end nippers that you go straight down to cut the zip tie tail off. The only thing you don't want to do is use these are my good ribbon scissors. So you don't want to use that because it will dull your scissors. Okay, let's continue on. So we're skipping row 11. We're going to row 10 again. So I did start some of it because, well, it's the same all the way up to the top. So if you don't have a bucket like me, just pull apart one at a time, pull apart the spray. That way you don't have your greenery all over the place. All right, so we're going to put it in. This is row 10. You're going to put your mesh in, do it up, not too tight because we're going to put the green in. Okay, keep it long because you can see this is overlapped this row. So if I would have pulled everything up, we wouldn't have seen all the beautiful greenery and pip, right? I'm not using any bling. These are white pips that come on the spray that we're using. And then do it up. I did not wood burn the mesh. You don't need to. This is the rolled petal. What I will do is after I'm done, you may see a few little strings. And if it bothers you, you can just go around and cut your little strings off. But there's no need to wood burn your mesh. Okay, curl up, take your cardboard tube and roll. This is why I said at the beginning, if you're a beginner and never used the Unique in the Creek boards, the Christmas tree is a really good one to start with. Plus it's pretty fancy, right? When you were finished, it's pretty fancy. But it's very easy to make. Put into your zip tie. Again, I'm not doing it up super tight, just till it hits the mesh. Put my piece of greenery, and I'm just pushing down on my mesh to give me room underneath the zip tie. Yes, the replay for this, any replays are always on our YouTube channel. So this replay will be under the playlist triangle board. It'll also be under the playlist Wreath kit because it is a kit. So anything that's a kit, you will find the replay under Wreath kits. But you'll also find it under like 2024. You'll find it under the triangle board. There's all kinds of, but it's still the exact same replay that you're watching. Now, if you have bought a flower kit and you want to pre-make your rolled petals and then just pop them in to make your wreath, what you can do is grab one of the little clear rubber bands that you get in your flower kits, or you can buy clear rubber bands. I think we have them on the website. Or you can get them at Dollar Tree in the hair department. They're just little tiny rubber elastic bands. So I make the petal and I just put a little rubber elastic band on the bottom, and that way you can pre-make your petals. Or if you have a lot of clothespins, you can just clothespin it until you're ready to use it. Or you can do like I was doing at the beginning, where you just make the petal and put it right into the zip tie. Okay, so again, we're at the edge. You're going to angle like this piece. You want to make sure you have a really nice, good piece for the edge ones, because you will see those. That one's good. So again, you're going to angle to go with the board. Green in. Hi, Erica. Yeah, there is 2 types of Christmas trees. The other Christmas tree kit is a traditional one. It's just the emerald green laser foil mesh with a very traditional ribbon. The ribbon is actually a fused double-sided ribbon, so it's very pretty. It is a traditional plaid, but you do get the kids bow maker 2 rolls of the emerald laser green, and you get the full roll of the double-sided ribbon. Again, you won't use very much, so it's perfect if you have another Christmas project you're doing. You got your tree yesterday? Awesome. All right, so we are skipping. We're not doing, we did 12. We did row 10. Now we're going to row, you can see there's a number. We're going to row 8 now. So we're skipping the bottom rows, because you can see it's pretty full. There's no need to do every single row with this petal and this mesh and the greenery, because it's hiding. Separate the greens a little bit so you can see more of the greenery. Isn't this pretty? I love it. I love it. I love it. There we go. In a pit. I am using just the regular holes every other row. Put my mesh in, and then I'll go back and put the, oops, that one kind of twisted. That's okay. It'll get covered. Again, the side ones, you want to make sure they're angled. So you can see that you don't see any of the board down here because we angled them. Well, I counted 35, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do row 3 up at the top and row 5. I want to see how full it gets first. So I didn't really give a number yet of how many petals, because I'm actually not sure until I get up there. So it does go faster if you do it like I'm doing, where you just put the mesh in and then go back in, put your greenery in, and then go back and do your hips, and then do all the zip ties up at once. Okay, they're all in. Separate these, and then we'll cut it. Okay, so let's do row 6 here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I guess we're still good. Row 5, I may have to do. I'm going to see how it looks when I do row 4, if there's enough coverage. Again, we're going to angle this one. Hello from Florida. You got to be careful with, well, the lights on the Christmas trees are really nice, but you have to have like a set of 20 lights, like the ones we sell on the website. You're actually going to need 2 or 3, and then that means you're going to have 2 or 3 battery boxes. So if you're going to do a Christmas tree with lights, your best bet is to get a set of lights that have like 50 to 100. That way you can go right around like the triangle board and up through the center. No, I did not wood burn my mesh. The only time I wood burn mesh is if I'm making a flower that is going to show the sides of the petal. Okay, I think I might have to do. I don't think I'm going to have to do row 5. Or maybe, hold on, let me just check. Might have to do, yeah. So what I'm going to do is, we're going to do the regular holes like we did, but I'm going to do shared holes too. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of mesh on row 4. So I'm going to do, so we put one here, we're going to put a zip tie here. I'm going to put one in the normal holes here. And then I'm going to put one in the shared holes. So we're going to have 5 pieces here. Yeah, that fills it up nice. So you see some little strings, I just cut them off. Especially with the Christmas tree, it kind of just blends in anyways, so. Now I definitely, if you do like this Christmas tree, I wouldn't wait, because these greenery pieces, if you like those, I cannot get any more. So once the kit is sold out, I won't be getting any more of this kit, because I can't. I had to wait a year to get these ones in, and I had to order a lot of them. ordered a lot of these sprays. Because I did give you guys 5 sprays. We're definitely not going to be using all 5. So you'll have a spray to use, which will go perfect with the rest of your ribbon. And you're going to have, I've only used 1 roll of mesh, so you'll have a mesh left too. No, this is a pine something. It's a pine spray or something with pips in it. So while I am gone on vacation, we still are going to have the kits rolling out every week. And Team Unique will be putting the kits together. So I will be posting the calendar, and you'll be able to see who is going to be making what kit. And that'll be the same for October. I will be sending Team Unique, again, kits so that they can put them together. So they're going to put them together. And then I'll jump on every once in a while and do my version of the kit as well. So you'll have a few different ways to make your kits up together. Make your kits up. We even have a couple centerpieces for kits. We have a fall centerpiece and we have a winter centerpiece. Oh yeah, spruce pip spray. Thanks, Tina. See, that's, I told you, Tina knows more than I do. And I bought the dang thing. Oh my God, look how cute this is. Isn't this fabulous so far? Look at that. All right, now the next row. I actually think I might just do row 3. Let's see. Like I said, I wasn't sure. Yeah, I'm going to have to do row 3. So from 3, 2, and 1, you're going to have to do. That's okay. We got lots. Okay, so I'm just doing normal holes on 3. And then we'll go back. Once I'm done, I'll go back. I'll flip it over and we'll go and see how many I actually used. How many pieces. Now, I think I want to make this. See how long it is? And it's covering most of that. We're going to make this a little shorter. We're going to go in shorter up here. So to do that, you're going to use your same rolled petal. I'm just going to put it farther into the zip tie. So you'll be able to see underneath. So I'm going to put it right there. And this one, again, put it in a little further. So it's just a little bit shorter. Put it in. VIPs, I want to remind you, tonight is Wreath Critique and Chit Chat. So if you have anything that you want opinions on, or if you have any questions, make sure you post it. You know the drill. went. So much better. So now we can still see this one. And what I'm going to do is once I have it in the zip tie, I'm going to cut the bulk off here. Just like that. So most of you know I'm going away on Tuesday. We're leaving. I am so stressed about this trip. It's not even funny. Like, first, the volcano erupted the other day. A few people died in the ice cave. It's literally 4 kilometers away from Blue Lagoon where we were going. So, obviously we're not going there. So that was one thing that was stressing me out. Another thing is Air Canada. The pilots may be going on strike. And they may be going on strike as of September 17th. We fly back September 18th. So we won't even know if we're going to be able to make it home. But my brilliant husband did have a backup plan. So today he booked a refundable flight just in case. Now it's going to take us like 12 hours to get home with this flight, but he booked us a flight on the Icelandic Airlines. No, there's too many stops, Donna, and it's super. For us, we bought a, he bought us tickets on Iceland Air to fly into Toronto. I wonder if I can just skip that one too. For 2 of us, $2,500. But it's just a backup in case Air Canada does go on strike. And even though it'll take us forever to get home and it's super expensive, at least we're not going to be stranded at the airport for weeks. Or stranded in London for weeks. I don't think I need to use, let's see. I think we might be able to skip this one. I don't want to put too much on because then if we put too much, you lose all of the greenery here. So I think I'm going to skip row 2 and do 3 pieces on row 1. Yeah, we looked into flying into Buffalo and stuff like that. That was just not, it was going to take like 20 something hours. And yeah, so he did find one on Iceland Air that's, we can back up for, so the volcano, airplane disruption possibly, it's just freaking me out. Freaking me out. My dog had surgery yesterday. Thank God she's doing well. I was a little worried about that going away too. It's just been a crazy week. Oh, I hope we have, I'm sure we'll have a wonderful vacation. It's just, I had to cancel our, so when we get to is it Reykjavik or something like that? We were supposed to go to the Blue Lagoon. So, and yeah, so we had to find something else to do in Reykjavik. I was actually going to Iceland for the Blue Lagoon. Yeah. Oh well. I think I'm more worried about the pilot strike. And I will never go away on in a busy month again. We are cruising with Celebrity. All right, so I did just number one, three holes. So that works out perfect. So I'll be able to count for you guys how many I ended up using. We always cruise with celebrity. It used to be Royal Caribbean, and then Royal Caribbean went and put all kinds of water slides and stuff to compete with Disney. So, not that we hate kids or anything, you guys know that, but when I'm on vacation, I don't want kids splashing me in the hot tub and stuff. So, there's not as many kids on Celebrity. Alrighty. That's our last one there. Oh, look how it flares out so nicely. All right, I'm going to cut the bulk off here. These are not my good ribbon scissors, so. Okay, let's flip it over and see how many we did. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 pieces. 40 pieces. I'm going to write that down. So, 40 pieces. So you will use 4 pieces at 10 inches of your second roll. So you still will have a whole, almost a whole roll left to make another project. And then you have 25 pieces of the spruce pips left to use on another project as well. So because we had a total of 65 pieces, we used 40. That leaves 25 over, which is lots for a nice winter wreath that you can stick in for some added all right, now we're going to make a bow and we're going to be done. Just clean all this up. So I do have, like I said, the whole pick, and then I still have some in my bucket. So you got lots. Okay. It is very pretty, isn't it? So we're going to put a bow right here. Now I do want to put a piece of mesh just in the center here to hold my bow up a bit. So I'm just going to go down right in the middle here. Actually, I'm going to put my hanger on first. So when you flip this over, right in the center here, go down, and we're going to put a zip tie. And that's going to be your hanger. Okay? Let's make the bow and then we'll see if I need a piece of mesh. All right, get your little kids bow maker that came in your kit. Okay, you also got pipe cleaner, and I'm going to use a zip tie for my bow. And this gorgeous, look how pretty this is going to be. Isn't that pretty? Okay, So this is a 1.5 inch drift royal burlap. It's quite thick. Great ribbon. We're going to make the tails. I want to make my tail kind of long so I can make it curled. So I think about there, which is from the end to the end of the bow maker is 8 inches. Oh, I can just use my, never mind. I'll just use my ruler here. So I'm going to make my tail around 18 inches, okay? So I'm going to pinch at the 18-inch mark, put it in between the 2 little prongs here, and I'm going to have my, because I'm going to do a whole bunch of loops, I don't want to have my second tail coming out the top of my bow. So I like to have the tails coming out the bottom of my bow. So I'm going to cut it just like that. Okay, so those are my tails. Now I'm going to start my actual loops of my bow with the ribbon upside down. So the snowflakes are facing down. Put it in the center of your little prongs here. Okay, give yourself some ribbon to use, and we're going to do about 4.5 inch loop. So the loop being a little bit past the end of your bow maker. Okay, so what you're going to do is take the bottom side, slide it between the prongs. Okay, just like that. Then you're going to take this side and you're going to do a half twist towards you and push down. Okay, that half twist towards you will bring up the bad side of your ribbon again so that you can bring it over again. Okay, so I'm doing just hanging about 1/2 inch off the bow maker. The bottom edge of your ribbon, slide it down the center of the prong. Again, I'm taking my hand, my thumb is at the top here. I'm giving it a half twist towards me, pushing down. And again, that brings up the bad side. And now we're just going to keep going and matching this loop. So this is going to be our, how we do the rest of the loops. Just make sure they're about the same. There we go. Okay, and we're just going to keep doing some loops. So again, the bottom down the center. Bring it, adjust your ribbon till it's the same length. Half twist towards you and push down in the center. Okay, that's bringing that bad side up again. Bottom, slide down, half twist towards you and push that center down. You can adjust it, make sure that they're the same length. This is really nice ribbon. It's quite thick though. So it's going to be a little bit challenging for this little bow maker, but we'll do it. And then you can do as many loops as you want. You do have a lot of ribbon. Again, half twist. Give yourself some ribbon. Make it loose. So that you're going to come back over, go straight down, half twist. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 so far. I'm going to do one more loop, actually. Should I do one more? Actually, hold on. I'm going to do something different. So I got 4 loops on each side. I'm going to cut this. And then I'm going to cut 2 pieces the same length as the end of the loop to the end of the loop, like that. And I'm going to dovetail this. We're going to put a couple tails in amongst our bow. Oh, you can tell these are not my ribbon scissors. Susan, you can just email or go onto the Easy Bow Maker website and let them know. They'll help you out. They're really good people. So I'm just dovetailing a piece of ribbon, and it seems to be 10 inches. This is the cheating economical way of adding more ribbon without making it look like there's a lot of ribbon, without making it look like there's a lot of ribbon, if that makes sense. So I'm making kind of an X with those. And then I'm going to start my bow again. Again with the bad side facing up. And I'm just going to make these loops just 1 inch smaller. So they're going to be about 4 inches right there. Now, you can do your bow however you want to do it. There's all kinds of ways to do bows out there. Do one more. All right, and that's it. So I'm going to end it there. Cut this off. So we got a nice big stack here. Now it is quite thick, but I'm going to be using, I don't know if my zip tie is going to go around here. I'm going to pull this whole thing off carefully, keeping it nice and stacked, and I'm going to take a zip tie. I'm just going to go right around the center without knocking the stack down. That makes any sense. So I'm pushing, kind of pushing down on the center here, and I'm wrapping this zip tie around it. Okay, now I'm going to bring the head of the zip tie carefully to the back of my bow, and then I'm going to put a pipe cleaner in behind, just like that. And then I'm going to do my zip tie up. And then cut it. Okay, so we have this beautiful bow. Now I have that little piece there. I'm just going to, actually I might just fold that back. There. Perfect. Now let me see. I don't want my bow to look sunk in, so sometimes I put a piece of mesh up at the top to hold the bow a little higher. Yeah, I'm going to do that again. Okay. I'm going to take another zip tie again, going right in the center one again. That poor center hole is getting all used up. Okay, I'm not going to close it. I'm going to cut a piece of mesh at 10 inches. And this is, you're not going to see this piece of mesh. It's just going to be for the bow to sit on. So I'm just going to cut a 10-inch piece. And I'm going to do a kerfuffle. So I'm going to fold it, the cut edge at the top and bottom. And then I think I'm going to fold it again. So I have this little rectangle right here. And my little rectangle, I'm going to pinch in the middle. And I'm going to put it right on top of that zip tie there. And this will bring help my bow sit up a little higher. Actually, I probably can fold it one more time. Let's see. Yes, I can. Okay, let's make it. let's try it again. Okay, bring the bottom edge in, top edge, bring that, fold that over, so we got a rectangle, and I'm gonna fold it again, make it nice and thick, and then pinch it in the middle. We got this little kind of bow tie formation here. Nice thick piece. And I'm just gonna put it right in the center here, and this is really gonna hold up my bow much higher off my tree so it doesn't look sunk in. And you really won't see this little piece anyways, so. Little tips and tricks. There we go. Now my bow is gonna, look how much higher it sits. It's perfect. Now I'm gonna go with my pipe cleaner right down, those 2 pore holes. It's going right down in those holes again. It's gonna be a little tight, but it'll squeeze. There's one. I'm just kind of pushing the pipe or the zip tie with my thumb to give it a little bit of space. And I'll flip it over so you guys can actually see where I'm going. There we go. And then we want it to sit on that little piece of mesh that we did. There, now it's not sunk in and it's same level. So you can see right there is where I went with the hanging zip tie. Our piece of little mesh is here and another petal. Give it a twist. Cut it. Actually, we won't go down that hole because it's pretty full there. And then tuck it all in. Okay, this is what we got on the back. Nice and neat. And there we go. Now let's fluff our bow. I'm gonna dovetail the end of my ribbon tail. And if you guys, I'm gonna roll this, so if you don't like it that long, that's okay. You can make it shorter. And I'm gonna start with the loops in the back. Okay, we've zip tied this and pipe cleaner on the board. Do not be scared to pull your loops. Start from the back. Pull your 2 loops in the back. Open up the loops. Okay, so it's like an X. And then we're going to do the next 2. Pull, put those loops where the blank spaces are. I'll zoom in a little more so you can watch me fluff. This is so pretty, this ribbon. Oh my gosh. Again, you can do your bow for your tree however you want to do it. This is just a suggestion, that's all. Okay, the 2 smaller right in the center here. Those are those 2 little tails that I did, the extra little tails. So there's 2 coming up the top, 2 at the bottom here. So it fills in your bow nicely without having to add extra loops, right? So it looks like we used more ribbon, but we really didn't. And there we go. Isn't that pretty? All right. And now I'm going to roll. Nope, this is a fabric mesh. Okay, gotta turn it around. I'm going to take my, and I'm rolling, and you can see while I'm rolling, I'm going towards the inside. So I'm not rolling straight up on it, which you can. I kind of like to stagger it so you can see like that. And then you grab the very end corner of the tail and just kind of pull it, and it's curled. like that. Again, you can do your bow however you would like to do it. It's great ribbon. Go. Our Christmas tree is done. Isn't that pretty? And of course, you'll be able to see it much better once I take pictures. I might put a little bit of glue underneath my bow and kind of glue so it's more stable to my piece of mesh that I put underneath there. Oh, what happened to my bow? And we have quite a bit of, we only used a quarter of the roll. So you can see that you have lots left over. You got about 3/4 of the roll left. Almost the whole roll of the fabric mesh. We only used 1 and a little bit. So you need 40 pieces. 1 roll gives you 36 pieces. And then again, you got 1 extra spray plus a little bit. And you got a nice full wreath. Now you can go around and snip off any, little strings you may see that might drive you crazy. You want to make sure your bottom row is all pulled out. Points. Move around your greenery. There you go. This is our rustic deluxe farmhouse Christmas tree. Let's see. This is so thick, this ribbon. Oh my God. I usually do the tails and everything when I take a picture because it all gets messed up anyways. There we go. Anyways, so we used 40 pieces of 10-inch mesh, or cut at 10 inches. 40 of the little pieces of 2 greenery. And the 40 pieces of the pip, and they all come on the spray. You just tear it apart. And you make a beautiful Christmas tree. Woo! Christmas tree in August. Okay. Well, the kit only has the white. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for joining me. And then your little kid's bow maker, you can pop the center out and then put it back in its little plastic thing. And there's the little booklet that comes with it for all the other little bows. And there's your card that with the QR code that you can scan that will take you to the kit tutorial. All right. Oh, and I was going to show you guys how, let's put it on this, stand. So we can stand it up. So what you do is you get the dollar store paper towel, and I'm going to go right in the middle here on row 11, right in the middle. Okay, I'm just going to push the zip tie up like that. Okay, and I'll put it, actually, no, I'm going to put it here. So one here. And that's the very center, and that's, so I'm going to put one here. And you'll see what I'm going to do. Hold on. And if you have it like a side table that's against the wall, this is perfect on a side table. So I'm going to put this right in the middle. And then this zip tie is going to go around this side. And this one's going to go around this side. Okay, we'll cut that off. So we've zip tied the paper towel holder to the back. Oh, I guess I need to make it so it doesn't move. See, I can't remember how I did not make it move. I know I can use some glue, but I don't have my glue gun on. So let's just try this. That works. No, it doesn't. Okay, need to put some glue or something. Let's see, let's try again. You guys get where I'm going with this, right? So once it doesn't move, you can stand it up. I think I just used glue last time. I'm trying, oh yeah, like so it doesn't slip, like up here. Let's see. Like a stopper, right? Oh, that's tight. Can't slide it under. There we go. Let's see, did that work? Nope. Still wrong. Oh, I'm supposed to do it at the bottom. God, I'm stupid. Let's try this now. It's not supposed to be that hard, guys. I promise. Nope, that didn't work either. Move the top of the holder. Ah, you so smart. Let's try that. No. How did I do it before? I've done it quite a few times. Anyways, figure it out. It does, you can put the stand on it. Let me see. I hate leaving something not done. I know. Wait a sec. Let's see. Okay. To go through the... Through there. Back under there. I think maybe. Oh. Oh, what if I slide it here? Oh, wait a second. Let's just slide it like this under the zip tie here. Oh, that'll work. I just slid it under the zip tie. See if that works. Yay! After what, 10 zip ties? There we go. I just slid it under the 2 zip ties up here. Perfect. You guys can't see it, but it did work. It is standing. So this is what I did. On row 12, 11, 10, right in the center, I went down underneath these two zip ties, zip tied it through the zip tie here, around that metal, and then did it right here, and then I did it down there. But there it is. Ooh. Anyways, thanks. That's all I got from you. Thank you. See, don't give up. Keep going. Try, try, try. Anyways, I'm going to eat dinner, and VIPs, we'll see you in an hour. Everybody else, thank you for joining me. Bye, everybody.